Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Shalawam, Shalawam. Gonna get started in a minute, man. Give brothers a little bit of time to get up in here. Whew. Boy, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good one, man. They simulating a draft. We're gonna talk about it though. All right, facing the east, giving all praise, honor, and glory be to the Father and the Son by way of the Holy Spirit. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Bakakwadash. Those are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahawah is the Father's true name. That means He is, He exists. Bahasham means in the name. Ba meaning in, Ha meaning the, Sham meaning name. All right? Yah meaning He, Hawa meaning to be or to exist. All right? And once again, that is the Father's true name. So He is in the name, and then Yahawashi. Yah once again meaning He, Hawashi meaning to save or to deliver. So that's the true name of the Son, Yahawashi. So the true name of the Father is Yahawah. The true name of the Son is Yahawashi. And then Bahasham, once again, in the name, Rakah, which equals spirit, Kodash, which equals holy. Okay, so the Holy Spirit or the Spirit which is holy. Put it all together, it's Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. And that is in the Lashawan Kodash. Lashawan equals language or tongue. Kodash, once again, equals holy. So the holy language or the holy tongue, which we do speak. This is the language which the angels speak, the Father speaks, the Son speaks, which you will speak in the kingdom, regardless if you like it now. Okay? It doesn't matter. This is the language that we will speak forever. That pure language, Zephaniah 3 and 9. Okay? Elashawan Kodash, the land of Canaan. The language of Canaan. Okay? Isaiah 19 and 18. You read those scriptures, if you can't get them, then it's not for you, bro. Honestly. Okay? We're not here to be contentious with anything. We're here to just teach and edify the sheep. If you don't want to be edified, then go somewhere else and drink poison. All right? Second of all, giving double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, men that have been laboring for decades upon decades upon decades. Put some respect upon their name. All right? Double honors to these men that have pushed, went hard, shown us proper leadership, ain't took no bag, ain't selling out, ain't changing the doctrine, can't be bought, judges that can't be bribed. You understand? We can't say the same for all of these Israelite judges. We can't say the same for all of Israel. Okay? So who you want to be, with the real or with the fake? Choose this day who you shall serve, man. Right? The men, are you with the men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, which are serving Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, or are you with the fakes? That's always been amongst us. That's always been in our nation. That's always been turncoats. That's always aligned with Rome. Okay? Shalawam to the Lord, so for elect. It's your brother Yerami Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. If you don't like it, kick rocks. All right? This lesson is going to be entitled Leadership. And it's important, man, because that's what you're being molded to be. That's what you're being molded to be. And it's not to say you got to be in the spotlight. We don't like the spotlight. I'm going to speak myself. I don't like the spotlight. Okay? But I like preaching. I like teaching. I like edifying my people. Especially when Jake is listening and taking it in and taking notes and growing. I love to see our brothers coming into this thing and showing edification and moving the correct way and proper way and correct. You know what I'm saying? We love to see it. We don't want to see our people suffering. Right? So this is not about being in the spotlight. This dude, man, okay. This dude, you know what? I'm not entertaining anything like that today. You telling me get on with the class. It's showing that you're a very disrespectful individual. All right? And we don't want you in our midst. Let me get you up out of here. Oh, he's already gone. Good. And that's because there was no leadership in his life. Nobody to tell him to have manners, to actually respect the teachers. Okay? If you were supposed to teach, bro, you would have been up here teaching, but you're not. That's not your lot. Therefore, you don't even respect the men that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi has set up. Brian's nightmare. You understand that? And in front of all of Israel, you're showing yourself to be an ass. You're showing yourself to have no manners. You're showing yourself to not respect the government and the proper way that's coming. All right? So let's go to 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. Verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desire for good work. Now a bishop is what? An overseer. An overseer. Okay? Let's get the word in Greek.
Strong's G, 1984, episkope. Episkope.
Episkope. Investigation, inspection, visitation. The act of which power looks into and searches out the ways, deeds, character of men. Oversight, overseership, office, charge, the office of an elder, the overseer or presiding officers of a Christian church. Now, this is what you're being built up to be, an overseer, to oversee the church. Every single brother in here. All right, if you continue in this truth and you maintain this faith, then what are you going to be? You're going to be a king. You're going to be a priest. You're going to have dominion over many. As Yahawashi said, I put you over this little bit. Now you show yourself. Now I'm going to put you over 10 cities. Okay? So he's trying you and seeing what you can hold and what you can take care of right now. And then you're going to get far more than that because you did well with the little bit that you had. All right? If you can't do good with $10, how you going to do good with 10 million? You understand? This is why you have to know your office. You have to be considerate and you have to be happy with what you have. Okay? So we are being raised up to be overseers, to be given dominion, to be given power. Let's get that in Revelations, the 1st chapter real quick. This is Revelations. We'll start at 1:1. The revelation of Yahawashi Hamashiach, which power gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record of the word of power and of the testimony of Yahawashi Hamashiach and of all things that he saw. Now, what's that? The spirit of prophecy. That's the testimony of Yahawashi. And that's what we have. We speak with a mind like Yahawashi. The things that he said, we say. The way that he moves, we move. The things that he went through, we go through. You understand? A similar lot. All prophets have to go through this path. Okay? So, what? Those that serve Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, all shall suffer persecution. Okay? So stop trying to align and join in with the world and sing Kumbaya in these last days. That's not your position to be in that type of lot. Verse 3, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Anybody can read the Bible. Like this Brian Nightmare dude who left because he wasn't sincere. You understand? And we know you wasn't sincere, bro. You came in here talking shit. Okay? So your spirit was not going to align with us. All right? So good riddance. But he can read the Bible himself, but he can't hear it. He can't make out what's actually going on. All right? Hey, beautiful scripture, brother. Matthew 5:10. If you could, since you posted them, can you post the whole thing? I'm going to go and get it, though, for you. This is Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. I know TikTok cuts it off, because it ain't YouTube, but it's all good, though. But the water. Perfect. Okay? So we're going to be persecuted for righteousness. And the scriptures say, don't be weary in well-doing. Don't be weary to do right. Don't let, your parents or your mother, your father, your aunties, your grandmother get on you. And they're going to get on you. They are going to get on you. The Most High is going to put a spirit on them to challenge you for your beliefs, as always happened. Hey, Jeremiah's father he was like, yo, son, what you doing? Prophesying and what? Everybody turned their back on Yeramia. Okay? You know what I'm saying? His family turned his back on him. You understand? Okay, look at Joseph. He had dreams. Things that Yahawah was showing him. You understand? His brothers threw him in a well. The tribes threw him in a well, man. And sent him off to Egypt. Sold him off. Okay? So it also goes into having that compassion to forgive those. We forgive our family members. We honor our father and mother. So, hey, your mother may be in wacky-tacky Christianity or whatever. It's no need to go back and forth with her. Let your mother do her thing. Let her believe in JC. That's fine. Okay? But as for me and my household, we shall serve Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Taking it back to the point of leadership. You lead your house. Now, if your mother is overstepping and she's trying to put her doctrine into your house, then that's when you check her. You understand? Hey, we don't call on that name. I would respect, if you would not call on that name or teach, my kids that name, etc., etc. Okay? That's perfect. Becky, sometimes you got to leave people where they at. But for the remainder of the live, sister, because of order, just hold your comments. Because a woman is supposed to be quiet in the church. Okay? And you may not know that. So I'm explaining that to you right now. All right? But Shalawam to you. Okay? But yeah, what the sister said is correct. Sometimes you have to leave people where they're at. And you have to what? Be an example. You have to be an example. Okay? So that's what we are. And then over time, your family members may understand. I mean, man, my son's really serious about this Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. He's really serious about this Bible. He go out every weekend and preach. He's not playing about it. This is not a phase. This may be real. This may be of the Lord. It may be divine. Right? It's a spiritual seed that was planted in us. And it's growing. Okay? Perfect scripture again. Luke 14:26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and his mother and wife and children. Okay? Now what does that mean? Don't take it the wrong way. Because this also goes into leadership. Let's read it again. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Now, hate. You know how Jake is. Jake don't like to hear the word hate. You can't say hate. You can't say hate. What does it simply mean? The Strong's definition says to love less, to detest, to love less. Come on, man, by extension, to love less. You have to love your family less than you love Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is the priority. Your mother is not going to get you up out of here. Your baby mama not going to get you up out of here, bro. Your daughter is not going to get you up out of here. Okay? Your basketball coach that in high school that taught you so much, he's like a father to you. He ain't going to get you up out of here. Okay? So you have to forsake the things of the world. Your Dodge Challenger ain't gonna get you up out of here, man. Your Hellcat ain't gonna get you up out of here, man. Your Xbox, your PlayStation 5 ain't gonna, GTA 6, it's not gonna get you up out of here, man. You understand? So you have to gird up thy loins as a man. Lose all that empathy and sympathy, okay? Once again, Key, as I said to the other female, women are not supposed to talk in the church because look at what you're bringing. You're coming here talking off. You're coming here talking off topic. We're talking about leadership. You coming here talking about the chart. You see how a woman's mind is just wandering left and right. She can't even focus on the main topic at hand. This is why a woman is not supposed to lead, because they lead off of emotions. The first thing she saw was the chart, and she's like, ooh, what does that button do? Well, you got brothers and sisters actually in here listening and learning, but you're coming in here to distract. Maybe not intentionally. You understand? So therefore, it's better for you to just be quiet when you come in here. So I'm going to mute you up. If you're sincere, you'll stay and listen and learn. And we take questions at the end of the lesson. But if you're not sincere, you're going to leave. All right? It's a certain way that we do things. It's a thing called reading the room. I don't care if you don't know the truth or not. You should have an ability in yourself to read the room, to understand. Oh, man, this brother's teaching a lesson. Maybe I should respect. Maybe I should be quiet and actually learn what's going on before I open my big mouth. You understand? Keeping it going. Luke 14:27. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So you have to bear the chastisement, the things that the Most High is going to put upon you. Everything that's coming, bro. Financial woes. You might lose your woman. You might lose a house. You might end up homeless. Things of that nature. Okay? Losing a job. All right? You're going to go through it, brothers. You understand? This is the lot that we walk. Yahawashi went through a similar path. So you can't sit here and be like, man, all of this is new. Man, ain't nobody ever went through what I went through. You a damn lie. Okay? Sitting there trying to make your pain, your suffering special. Last time I checked, John the Baptist got his head chopped off. All right? Last time I checked, Daniel got thrown in a lion's den. Last time I checked, Ezekiel's wife died and he was told not to cry. Last time I checked, I'm sounding like Nipsey Hussle in here, man. Yes, exactly, brother. Ye have not suffered unto blood. Exactly. Perfect. In the book of Hebrews. So expect this chastisement, bro. Expect this, man. All right. Verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? What's that cost? Read the past. Read the prophets of old. Read what our fellow brothers have went through. Listen to the brotherhood. Listen, hey man, it's important to listen to brothers' testimonies and things of that nature. Brothers telling you what they done been through, what happened, this and that. That's letting you know that's a part of the cost. This may happen to you. This is why it's beautiful to listen to the elders, bro. I love when they go into certain stories about the One West days and this and that and going through this and going through that and everybody turning their back on them and all of this. Okay? You know this may happen to you, but you have to stand bold as a lion and continue to do what you're supposed to do. You have to suffer. All right? You have to suffer, man. This is a part of it, bro. Okay? So count the cost. For you brothers that's beginning to produce lessons, you know the standard is 3 videos a week. All right? So count that cost. And then the more videos you do, the better it's going to get for you. Trust me. The Most High is going to give you he's going to give you an abundance of spirit. If you show him that you want to work with him, he's going to give you overtime. You understand? And then he's still going to take care of your family. He's going to give you overtime. He's going to increase your spirit because you showed that you want him to increase the workload. If you don't do no lessons, he's like, yeah, that brother don't want to work. So why would he increase your workload? You're not doing anything. You're not showing up. So he's like, yeah, well, I would give you more work. But when you come to work, you not really working. You understand? So how do you build a spiritual body, man? All right? You work out. I just did a workout with my family. You know, we all worked out. Even my 3-year-old was in here doing push-ups and shit. You know what I'm saying? Working out. Okay? And she couldn't do as much as us, but she did what she could. So that's right there. Going to the parable of the talents. All right? Do what you can. One brother may get 5 talents. One brother may get 2. One brother may get 1. Do what you can. I don't expect you to do what Elder Apostle Tahar is doing. We don't expect you to do what Elder Yasharahla is doing. Okay? We don't expect you to do those type of things. But do what you can. All right? 3 videos a week should be the minimum. You have, I think I did the math before. It's like 168 hours a week. Let's do that math real quick. Okay? So 24 times 7. 168. 168 hours in a week, bro. And you can't give Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi 3 hours? All right? Or I mean, every video ain't got to be 3 hour. Your video could be 10 minutes, but it could be edifying. You understand? It doesn't have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be, it could be 30 minutes. It could be 20 minutes. It could be 15 minutes. So in 3 hours, you could do so much work. Right? So stop BSing, bro. You got 168 hours in a week. Let's say you roughly sleep. I don't sleep 8 hours a night because you don't need 8 hours. Right? But I'm going to just put in 8 times 7. So that's 56. So 168, take away 56. Now you got 112 hours that you work. Let's say you work 40 hours a week. All right, so let's take away that. Take away 40. You got 72 hours. All right, let's even keep it going. Let's say you work out. You work out for 2 hours a week. Okay, so 2 times 7. And that's every day, I guess. I guess you a workout-aholic. So that's 72, take away 14. Now you have 58 hours of free time. And you can't give none of those hours to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi? Come on, man. It's not making sense. Where's those 58 hours going to? Well, you know, my woman, man, she want to do this and she want to do that and she want to do... It's a part of being a leader. You have to lead. You have to establish the order. You have to let her know. Hey, and to you women, you should know this. He tell you not the priority. What you gonna be, like a little brat? A Disney princess? That's what you want to be? You want to be a Disney princess? He said, I'm not the priority. He said, it's something more important than me. It is. The hell wrong with you? It's something more important than you. That's getting up out of this place. And if this man is able to get up out of this place, guess what? If you, all right, as Sarah called Abraham her Lord, if you are serving him and doing what you're supposed to do, then you're going with him. And then everything is going to be straight. So you got to work out hard to get to the place where you need to be. We don't want to be here. If you women are comfortable here because you have a little bit of freedom, you got independent minded, you like that woman said the other day in that live, man, she said, I'm a free woman. You're not a free woman. Okay? So for the brothers, this is for the men. All right? Lead. Put your foot down. Lead. All right? You can spend time with your woman. Yeah, do your thing. But make sure you put Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi first. Just take an hour every day and study. Take an hour every day and read. You don't got to do a lesson every day. Take an hour every day and read. Where you at? Read something, man. Me, myself, right now, I'm in 2 Kings. Okay? I'm reading about Jeroboam and Rehoboam. That's what I'm reading about. Okay? So that's where I'm at. All right? Actually, 1 Kings. That's where I'm at. And I'm going through 2 Kings next, and I'm going through Chronicles. So I'm going back through the history. Because I feel like I ain't never really touched that too heavy. And I know precepts and stuff in there, but I have to go back and I got to go through it. Knowing the history, knowing basic things like it was no righteous northern kingdom king. It was a couple righteous, southern kingdom kings, etc., etc. But ultimately, it was just our people just went into so many idols and stuff. And we were ultimately destroyed. So I know the things that I need to know pertaining to salvation, but then I'm just going and brushing it up because it's important. You can't never get to a point where you're saying that you learned enough. You have never learned enough, brother. Yeah, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. Okay? For those that fear Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, this shall be their treasure. All right? I'm going to get y'all brothers' precepts, man. Let me see what y'all got. Galatians 5:24-26 from the brother Hemi. All right, Shalawam, bro. And they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections, and lusts. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. Let us not be the serious of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another. Right? And that's going into what? Certain type of debates. We're not here to debate. It's 15 people in here right now. If you have a debating spirit, you need to check yourself. This is no point to debate. Okay? We have discussions. A church. What is a church? That's a gathering of Israelites to a public place for delegation. We are delegating. That's what we're doing right now. We're having a delegation. We're speaking on a certain matter. That's all we're doing. So we're speaking on what? Right now, we're speaking on leadership. That's the topic. Not the chart. Not if all Israelites are so-called Negroes or, not all of that BS that y'all always be talking about. Not is the son the father or the father the son. Or Mary got impregnated by the Holy Spirit. Or all this BS that y'all be doing, bro. These people are vain. It's no edification in these lives. I tell you that. It's no edification. We the only edifying individuals on TikTok. And really, Great Millstone and like-minded doctrine is the only edifying men on the planet. You understand that? We are the only men that have the truth, man. And I stand on that. Because everybody else is on bullshit. You got ISUPK over there calling on Jesus Christ. IUIC the same. GOCC the same. These individuals talking about the Naphtali is the Japhetic, the islanders now. Changing up the doctrine. Not speaking sound doctrine that you should hold fast to, but speaking BS. You understand? We ain't never changing, man. We speaking the apostles' doctrine, the correct understanding. And you can't change that. We will not change. The only way you can shut us up is by taking our lives, man. That's the only way we going to be shut up. Or if we go into those chariots. That's the only way you're not going to hear us. All right? Because even when we not on the corners, even in the famine of the world, you going to hear us because you want to hear us. But you're not going to be able to hear us. But you're going to hear us because you're going to be like, damn, those brothers was the only one that had the truth. So you're going to hear us. It's like an echo of silence. Ooh, that's it. Echoes of silence, boy. Going back to that Weekend album, man. Back when his ass was good. Echoes of silence. That's what you're going to hear from the prophets. During the famine of the word. You're going to realize them brothers was the only one with the truth. Truly. Everybody else talking about BS. They got you going in the forest. Everybody looking up at the sun and chanting. Talking about some Anunnaki. This is foolishness, man. 1 Peter 1:7, the brother want me to get it in the NLT. These trials will show that your faith is genuine. It is being tested as fire tests and purifies gold. Yeah, and when you get time, everybody should understand that. Look up how gold is purified. All right? I did a lesson on it before. probably last year, you know, and it's an amazing process. How gold is melted down, then brought back to solid, then melted down again, then brought back to solid to get all the impurities up out of it. And that's what happens to us. You're going to be beat down and brought up, beat down and brought up, beat down and brought up. As long as this world turns, man, which the world don't actually turn, but you know, but you're going to be beat down and brought up. Though your faith is far more precious than mere gold. So when your faith remains strong through many trials, it will bring you much praise and glory and honor on the day when Yahawashi HaMashiach is revealed to the whole world. The day of the Lord. All right? We're going to have faith and honor. Okay? All right? Hey, Shalawam to the sister. You know, I see you coming here a couple times. I'll read this, but you know, for the remainder, sis, just keep it quiet. But I'll read this for her. She said, I was once calling the Most High the name of Yahuwah, but learned the real first alphabet. Yeah, all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and that's beautiful. Okay? That he took you up out of that. Hey, I was once calling on Yahweh and Yeshua. Okay? So, hey, we was all, you got to remember, man, we was once in a Gentile state of mind. We was all once in a Gentile state of mind. The brother, Thakawa, that brother asked me for my music. And hey, to that brother, if you go back years ago, if you go to Crimes Against Humanity, I made a little trilogy, Crimes Against Humanity 1, 2, and 3. On album 1, I'm calling on Yahweh and Yeshua. Album 2, I'm calling on Yahawah and Yahawashi. So that's when I changed. That's when I learned the names back then. So you could track my time in the truth just through my albums. I changed with my music, you know, and album 1 is fire, but I'm calling on the wrong name. So I don't even listen to that shit no more. I don't even listen to it. All right. You know, because it's not, I wasn't in the right vibration. I wasn't in the right spirit. Right? Let me see. Any more precepts? Any more precepts? Any more precepts? And yeah, 3 hours a day for studies, 3 times 7. Yeah. Yeah, that's better, bro. 3 hours a day for studying. You should do that. Because keep this in mind. You're studying, you're reading, you're watching lessons. All right? You're doing more than just studying. Diversify it. Okay? Throw on some music and read. All right? I like to play what's that, man? The lo-fi hip hop. I'll play some lo-fi instrumentals and just read and study. You know, I don't do it when I'm doing lessons because, as the elders say, it does kind of take away from the lesson, right? I don't want you to come to the lesson because you like the music. All right? I don't want you to come to the lesson because I'm playing beats or I'm playing music. I don't play my music, you know, in a lesson. It's not the right way to do this thing. I want you to come and get the word. Okay? I want you to come and get the word. You know? So let's go back to 1 Timothy. And where's we at? 3rd chapter. Let's go back to the KJV. And as it says at the top, overseers and deacons. Verse 2, a bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach. Now, you got Jakes out there that always mess this up. The husband of one wife. Okay, does that mean that you can't have multiple wives? No, that doesn't mean that. You can have multiple women. Okay, so in that time frame, this is why it's important to know the history. You had women doing the same thing they was doing today. They had multiple husbands. Okay? They had multiple husbands. You know how women say, I got hoes? Yeah, just like that. Because sex is marriage. So she got multiple dudes that she's laying with. which that's defiling. That's defiling her body. You're only supposed to lay with one man. All right? That's how your body is designed. You start mixing it up, you getting tendencies from both men. You start getting yeast infections, STIs, things of that nature. You understand? So it's not your position to have multiple husbands. But a man, on the other hand, can definitely have multiple women if he can provide for them. Okay? If he can provide for them. Right? So a bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant. You must be a watchman, bro. That's the position that you're stepping into. You gotta watch. I don't want to be around a brother that, bro, you don't know what's going on. Okay? You don't know what's going on. I'm like, come on, you just over here in La La Land. Man, let me go find this video. I had shared it because I wanted to show it in the live. See if I can find it real quick. Yeah, I don't see it, but it's all good. Maybe I could find it. I really don't want to show no GUN on here. All right, we'll show this real quick. Hey, TikTok, don't hit the live, man. Okay? You see this shit? Look at Jake. Look at it. I mean, he ain't a Jake, but look at him. You trying to be around that? You trying to be around that, man? Brother just swinging his sword everywhere. Like, I'm like, yo, calm down, Ak. You don't even know how to swing that thing. Okay? This is how brothers get caught up. You get caught up in debate. You get caught up in entertainment. You get caught up in, man, I just want to cut a Christian today. That's a demonic spirit, Ak. Okay? We're not here for debate. Debating is a sin, as the scriptures say that. Okay? So, as the brother said, yeah, looking like a 2-year-old, but kind, he got overwhelmed. And that's what's happening to individuals. You're what? You're wasting your oil. You're wasting your oil. Do I see things that's wrong every single day? Hell yeah. Like I said, we the only ones edifying on this app. Look at, let's go through it real quick.
With each order.
Look at this shit.
You need to take care of that respiratory system.
He a Jake, you know? And he may say some good points. But teaching with the head covering, etc., etc., you just let these Jakes be. It's no point for me to go up in this live and try to talk to this brother or nothing. All right? What is the difference between fornication and adultery? All right? Oh, I saw this dude. This dude is an ex-Great Millstone member, ex-IUIC member, and I believe he's ex-ISUPK as well. That's a red flag. Why do you keep jumping from camp to camp to camp to camp? This individual, Ariah, okay? I done got into it with him before. In foolishness. Should have left his ass alone. You know? Because all he talks about is marriage this, marriage that. And he may have some good points. But in some parts of his doctrine, he's going 100% off. You understand? Next one. I'm just showing y'all how bugged out TikTok is. What is this? Hey, Christians, saying the law is done away with sounds like something the lawless one, the devil, would say. Okay, whatever. And then you got all the panels. This is a debate. These people can't just come on here and teach. They come on here for strife. And the scripture speaks against that. You're teaching through strife. You're teaching to go back and forth. Did Yahawashi do that? No. Yahawashi taught. Individuals came through. He destroyed their ass. And they couldn't say nothing. But he destroyed them with scripture. It is written. We're not going back and forth in our mind or opinion or none of that. Right? So we're not here for strife. We up, man. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, this guy. You already know. This pork chop eating ass motherfucker. Come on, man. What's his topic today? The 10 Commandments. What? Oh, nah, this is just comments. But look at this. These people, they be extremely bugged out, man. You know? He look like he reading the Bible. Let's see if he reading the Bible.
Nobody has died, went to hell, and went to heaven except me. He was having a conversation with Nicodemus. He wasn't saying that nobody has died and went to heaven. He was saying, I'm the only one who went to hell first, slapped Satan, took his keys, and then I went.
Wow. That's that same doctrine I learned as a kid. That Yahawashi went to hell, slapped Satan, and took his keys. You should already know that's not real. Okay? Went to hell and slapped Satan. Like Satan is versing Yahawah. You understand? So, this is not fruitful. Going back and forth with these individuals, man, in strife. It's not fruitful. It's not beneficial. So I pray we don't see none of you brothers, you know, end up in these lives, man. You know? That's what they taught us. They taught us hell. Bro, we grew up fearing hell. I grew up scared as hell to go to hell. You understand? Which for anybody in here that doesn't know, it's no such thing as hell. It's really just a spiritual condition. It's a condition in your mindset. But I checked the comments, man. All the brothers in here, y'all in the truth. So I'm speaking to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir right now. All right? So keeping it going. You got to be vigilant. So you got to know what's going on. Sober. You can't be full of all these different type of doctrines in this world of good behavior. You got to have good behavior, a good reputation. Okay? You can't be out here on bullshit. You out here being a busybody, talking shit about brothers. You know, you're sowing strife. You're sowing discord amongst the brethren. You're trying to pit one brother against another brother. Okay? Are we going to agree all the time? It may be times where brothers, you know, hey, we agree in doctrine, but you may not agree with the way that a brother, like, hey, you know, we got a running joke, man. When a brother talk over a brother, we now say, you Yasharahla me. You know what I'm saying? It's a running joke. All right? Yeah, but we don't have no hate towards the brother. That's our brother. That's an elder. Right? But the brother know he a little fiery in his spirit. So we understand that and we laugh about it. Right? But to prevent that, hey, I tell brothers, you come up on my thing, bro, just mute up. And when you want to talk, unmute. I got that from the brother. I see the brother in the comments, brother Barak. All right? So it's going to be brothers in this thing whose spirit that you cleave unto more, that you're going to resonate with more and resonate with less. That's just reality, bro. Just because we in the truth don't mean we all going. It's brothers that we have more in common with, right? Like, I know the brother Kakuma. I know he loved Inuyasha. So I talked to that brother about Inuyasha, man. You know? I'm saying that brother hate Inuyasha. But hey, brothers talk about anime. Brothers talk about sports. Brothers talk about boxing. Brothers talk about whatever, man. You know? You're going to resonate with certain brothers more than you resonate with other brothers. It's nothing wrong with that. This is reality. All right? Yahawashi had a favorite. Right? Yahawah had a favorite. Right? Jacob had a favorite son. Right? Okay? Yahawah has favorite things. The dove, the lily, Israel. We are his chosen nation. We are his favorite. Right? Favorite color, blue. Okay? So we are his favorite. He has favorite things. That's a part of having emotions. That's what actually makes life so good, where you can love someone or something more than something else. We love righteousness more than we love wickedness. If we was just robots, bro, this shit would suck. It would be no flavor, no salt. I admit I like all women, but you know, shoot, we got our different preferences on women. Okay? You understand? So be realistic about your thing, about life, bro. Don't go through life being fake. All right? You know what I'm saying? So be sober, of good behavior, given the hospitality, apt to teach. You must know how to teach. If you can't handle, as the brother Adar said the other day, everybody can't handle TikTok. Everybody can't handle YouTube. If you can't handle scoffers coming up in the comments, right? If it's getting too chaotic, cut the comments off. Okay? Whatever it be. If you can't handle bringing somebody up on the live, then don't bring nobody up. If you know it's going to get into an argument, then don't bring nobody up. Just teach. You don't have to bring nobody up. You're not obligated to bring anybody up. You coming on here to do a lesson. Just do a lesson and get out. That's all you got to do. Don't let nobody, it's peer pressure. Don't let nobody force you into doing anything. Okay? You do what the scriptures say. Verse 3, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous. Okay, those are self-explanatory. All right? You can't be out here being a drunkard. You could drink, but you can't be a drunkard. And don't teach when you off the wine. You don't drink and then go teach. You don't drink when you off THC. I take the little tinctures, put them in my tea or whatever and chill out and relax. But you'll never have me teaching while I'm high, while I'm off the tinctures, the THC. Okay? That's a no-no. You teach sober-minded. All right? But you can have pleasures. Okay? As long as you do them in moderation. You don't be no drunkard, as I just said. Don't be no wino. You always drinking. You always sipping. All right? You always high. You know? No, man. You have to have a balance. If you can't control your liquor, then it's best for you not to drink. If you can't be, look, brothers, you can go to the strip club. Don't you know that? You can mess with the strip club. You understand? But if you can't control yourself in the strip club, if you throwing away your rent money in the strip club, then it's best for you not to go to the strip club. Okay? You understand? The brother said I had to get rid of my women because of that. Too much drinking. And that's a beautiful thing that the brother recognized that. Because, most brothers would be like, nah, man, I ain't getting rid of my woman, man. That's my baby, man. Most brothers be too damn attached to their females. Okay? The brother Amanawa Allah said, for real, it's not a sin. Where is it a sin at? It's not a sin. Go read Genesis, the 38th chapter. We just went over that a while back. All right? You can mess with a harlot. It's lawful. It may not be expedient, especially in these times with the STIs and stuff of that nature going around. All right? Yeah, you should already know the story, so you should know it's not a sin. A harlot is nothing more than a stripper, a prostitute, blah, blah, blah. All right? Read the story, brother. We're not about to do this in the comments. You go and read the story on your own time. Okay? Think before you speak. If it's no law against it, then it's not against the law. If you know the story, then you should know it's not a sin. I mean, what are we saying here? Okay? So keeping it going. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. You have to first rule your temple first. And I'm going to go back to Amanawa Allah, because the point of you saying that it's not a sin, over righteous, whatever. You're getting that shit from Christianity. You're getting that from the way that the world perceives strip clubs. That's what you're doing right now. you're not girding up thy loins. You're not being a man. You're like, man, grandma said strip club wrong. Grandma don't know the Bible. We are men, bro. Yeah, it's how you was taught in church. And that's what I've been trying to tell you over these months. Really, it seemed to be years now. You need to fully reform, brother. You got to pour out the cup that you have from Christianity and come in, submit thyself, and take in this truth the correct and proper way. Okay? It's not a law against us going to the strip club. Right? It be these type of things that trip our people up. You tell her, let's say I tell an average woman in the world, yeah, the Bible say I can have multiple wives. She gonna be like, no, it don't. No, it don't. The Bible say I can go to the strip club. No, it don't. No, it don't. But she can't pull out no precept, no scripture. Okay? All right? On that point, Hosea married a harlot. Yahawah had him do that to show him how we was to him. We played the harlot. But in all reality, our women don't supposed to be harlots at all. Our women will never be harlots. The heathen women was the only ones that could be harlots. Okay? So yeah, don't be over righteous and don't let that Christian mindset get into you. Don't let that Christian mindset intermingle with the faith, because that's what Constantine did. Don't bring those Roman practices, those Greek customs into this thing. That's why, once again, Amana wa Allah, you got to empty out the cup of Christianity and drink this cup of righteousness. But like I said, it may be lawful, but it may not be expedient. If you cannot control yourself in the strip club, then do not go. All right? If you cannot control your liquor, then do not drink. Okay? I think a brother had a precept, Ephesians 4:22-24. That you put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put off the new man, which after power is created in righteousness and true holiness. Now it's a pleasure thing to look at a woman do her thing. That's why, like I brought out Genesis 38, once again, to deal with a harlot, it's okay. Why did he do that? Because his wife died. So you go to those type of places to what? To get comfort. A woman is what? She's a place of comfort. I mean, come on, bro. Let's stop fucking playing around. Bro, you like to get boxed. Shit. We men. This is men. We men. You enjoy the presence of a woman. We are men. I'm tired of playing, bro. Like, I shouldn't even have to go over this situation. I'm a man, bro. I like women. The fuck? If y'all don't like women, this ain't the life for you. I'll be honest, bro. I like women. If you don't like women, this ain't the life for you. I like women, bro. Proverbs 31:3, man. Give not thy strength unto women, nor the ways to that which destroyeth kings. Okay? So once again, I'm going to say it one more time. If you can't handle the strip club, don't go. If you can't, brother can go to the club. I myself don't go to the club because I don't fuck with that life no more, really. But you can go to the club. It's not a sin in going to the club. But if you can't handle the environment of the club, then don't go. You understand? If you can't handle that, if your spirit is not built up enough, then don't go. Don't indulge. Right? Man. It's all good, Ak. You ain't missed nothing in the club. It's all good. Now let's get back to 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. How you expect your children to listen to you when you can't even listen to you? You over here telling yourself not to eat no more food after 7, but you eating cookies in the middle of the night. You understand? You going and doing all of this in the middle of the night. You can't even listen to your own instructions. You're not ruling your body. You're not ruling your house. You're not being a real man. So you need to first rule over yourself. And I'm going to tell you this, bro. It gets better over time. The more you learn, the more you grow. You get a better sense of understanding for this truth. When I was early in this truth, I used to be in the group chat. I got kicked out of the group chat because it was just, I couldn't take anything. Now I can be around my family and they on bullshit or whatever. It doesn't really affect me. I'm just like, okay, I love y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? I'm being an example. I'm not going to do the things that they do. You understand? But it doesn't hit me as hard as it used to. Okay? So over time, you build up a resistance. This place is going to vex you the more you learn about it. But then you get to the point of where, man, all I got to do is just wait. All right? That's where we at. We just got to wait, bro. I got to do my lessons. I got to pray. I got to fast. And I just got to wait. Just got to wait on Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's what I'm going to do. What else can I do? You got the pride parade. You got all these moles walking out. All this type of stuff. What can I do? I can't take them out. I can't unalive them. Okay? I'm going to worry about my family. Make sure my family is good. Like I said, I just worked out with my family. We all just worked out. All right? I'm going to make sure my family is healthy. I'm going to make sure we eating. I'm going to make sure we learning. I'm going to make sure we growing. I'm going to make sure we ready for Yahawashi to come. My family. Not my mama. Not my daddy. Not my grandma. Not my uncle. Not my cousins and them. But my immediate family that's under me. My house. What's coming from me. What's under my roof. Don't be no busybody. All right. Verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of power? If you can't rule over your own spirit, you can't rule over your body. You out here, you got a food addiction, you overweight. You can't work out. You don't take care of your body. Bro, if I look at you not taking care of your body, why am I think you're going to actually try to take care of me? You don't even take care of yourself. So I'm like, man, what is man? Nah, bro. You're showing yourself. Your countenance, your ways, your walks, your looks, your speech. This is how you can tell what a man is about. You go in those UPK lives, what do they say all the time? They say the N-word constantly. Them are some YNs. All they do is say N-word this, N-word that, N-word this, N-word that. Boom, 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 boom. That's all they do. They YNs, man. You can tell off their countenance, those are not men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. I hope you can realize that. If you can't, you need a little bit more discernment. These are YNs, man. Okay? Have no dealings with those individuals. Listen to this.
You gonna keep making my niggas say that whole full time?
Man, you know Israel a stiff-necked people.
I'm gonna be stiff-necked too, nigga.
Yeah.
Get that hoe twice.
You gotta make our hard head against our head hard against their head.
What's it gonna call? I'm finna shut that bit.
Man, where the Christians at? Matter of fact, who is I just seen an old boy here.
Oh, that J dude.
Oh, he said he just watching. He just watching. Okay. Cool.
That's what it is. Him.
All right. That's all I needed. All they want to do is cut Christians, and all they talking about is nigga this, nigga that. This is the UPK. ISUPK. You understand? Have no dealings with these guys, man. They still in the world, man. Okay? They may be Israelites, but they're not the right type of Israelites. I'm not mixing with too many pots, bro. I'm only mixing with Great Millstone because that's where I'm at. That's the proper understanding. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm not going and dealing with all these different type of individuals. Hey, and I see other brothers doing it. Hey, whatever. Do your thing, man. You know? But as for me and my household, I don't want to deal with all that stuff. You know? Verse, let's read 5 again. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of power? So what is this going back all to? To be a bishop, to be an overseer and a deacon. So you must first know how to rule over your own house. Taking care of your own house. Providing for your own house. Then you go forth and deal with the church. Then you go forth and deal with the congregation. Right? What? It's some funny thing Kanye said. I don't take advice from people less successful than me or whatever. It's really like a high-minded statement, you know? All right? But it has a little truth in it. Okay? I'm not taking advice from a lazy person. I'm not taking advice from someone that's on bullshit. So it goes into proving a friend. The elders are proven. Their words are true. The Spirit is with them. They show consistently. As the scriptures say, you shall know a man by his fruits. Right? So therefore, check a man's fruits. Verse 6. Not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil. This is what we see. Individuals being lifted up because of pride, because you got a little bit of the truth. Now you want to go forth and rebuke and correct and do all of this. You're still a baby though. And that's not what this thing is about. It's not about debating. It's not about rebuking. Yeah, that comes with it, but that's not all it's about, bro. Okay? That, like, leave that behind. Get a solid foundation, man, before you start jumping in the house. If you don't have a solid foundation, the house is going to crack. It's going to fall. It's going to fold. So don't be a novice lifted up in pride, trying to jump into a leadership position when that's not your position. You're going to fall into the condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. You need to have a good report. You need to, your family, whatever. It eventually come a time when, yeah, he teach that word. He know that Bible. He constantly teaching. That's all they can say about you. Okay? They not saying nothing else about you, really. They, boom, 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 boom. Okay? Now, yeah, they going to slander, they going to persecute, they going to say this, they going to betray. All that's going to come. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they know deep down in their heart that you know and you teach that word. That's what you are known for. That's your report. The foolishness of preaching. Verse 8. Likewise must the deacons be grave, deserving of respect, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lucre. So you can drink wine, as we said, but not given to much wine, not being a wino, not being a drunkard, not greedy of filthy lucre. You're not doing lessons with gimmicks. You're not doing things to sell merchandise. You're not doing things to manipulate brothers just so they can pay you. You don't have your Cash App in your bio. You don't got your Venmo or your Zelle in your bio. All right? You're not doing those type of wicked things, man. Okay? Keeping it going. Verse 9, holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. Once again, everybody's not going to get this. The mystery of the kingdom, it's given for us. It's given to us. We understand it. It's not for everybody. So we got to hold this thing in a pure conscience. You can't bring any blame to the ministry, man. All right? And as we see with the brother, the prayer and mercy brother, man, it's a beautiful, beautiful change. Because that brother, he deleted the pictures of him with the lineup, and now he's going out and teaching with his head, with the headband on, right? Because he don't want to bring any blame to the ministry. So what does that show us? A righteous spirit. That he took the rebuke. He took the correction. You know what I'm saying? And the brother asked to be added back to the milk chat that we got. Okay? So you don't hold that on your brother, bro. All right? That brother, honestly, he was going through something. And I ain't putting his business out there. Okay? But I understand the whole situation. So you don't know what your brother going through, man. Yeah, 70 times 70, bro. That's perfect. You forgive that brother. And you can't look at another brother and be like, you ain't fuck up. Because you did fuck up. We all fuck ups. We all messed up. We all are guilty. Romans 3:23. Go read it and weep. So the best thing you could do is work out your own salvation with fear and trembling and pray for your brothers that are sincere. Pray for the elect. Okay? Look at this individual. He said, I'm an original Levite. Like, what does that matter? What does that mean? I'm going to pin it for everybody so they can see you. Because you want some attention, I guess. You an original Levite. Okay, what does that matter? All right, bro? What you got something else to say? What does that matter to us? It's no point. Okay? You might not even be Levite. You might be Benjamin. You might be Judah. And you might be Gad. You understand? Don't get caught up on your tribe so much. Just be happy you were Israelite. Y'all brothers, bro. Y'all brothers be trying to hold on to something, man. Titles and things of that nature. I am. I'm fully Haitian, boy. You not telling me what I am. I'm telling you what you is right now. You a bug out. You coming in here in the wrong spirit, brother. You don't know if you a Haitian or not. You don't know if you Levi. Your father's father could be Judah. Your father's father could be Gad. You could be Ephraim. You could be Dominican. You could be Simeon. They mixed in. We are mixed in, bro. And it really doesn't matter, man. All right? Y'all remember Abaniah? Shalawam to the brother Abaniah. Pray that brother is doing better. The brother thought he was Benjamin, but he's actually Levi. You see? But we thought brother was Benjamin the whole time. You understand? So we don't get into foolish debates about genealogies. Okay? We don't get into foolish debates about genealogies. And that's what you're coming in here. So I'm going to mute you up because you don't got it, bro. All right? You one of those dudes that just don't get it. And I'm going to mute you too, Nashua. Bro, you got your shirt off. You talking about some Ashe? Nah, bro, that ain't it. That ain't it, man. We Israelites, bro. Ain't no Ashe. Ain't none of that. Okay? This is Proverbs 13:1. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. Perfect. That's what these individuals are. They can't take it when we bring it out. It does not matter what tribe you are. If you are Israelite, be happy about that. You will find out what tribe you are when you get in the kingdom. You understand? Now, it's characteristics that may show you to be a tribe. What tribe you may be. Like I'm Judah. All right? My father is Judah. And I believe that through the spirit, because I don't have the records to show that. Okay? I don't have the records to show that. You understand? But I believe it through the spirit because of my life. All right? I've always had the ability to like bring brothers together. And I've been lifted up. You know, brothers, hey, you know, you did whatever. You know what I'm saying? Setting a trend. All right? Whatever. So that's a characteristic that Judah shall be praised of his brothers. Okay? So you're going to have certain characteristics. Like the brother Yahawah. I don't know if the brother in here, but that brother Gad, man. That brother got a fiery fighting type spirit. I know that brother Gad. And that's kind of how my mama is. Because she's Gad. She got a fiery fighting type spirit. My mother used to love to fight. Because she a Gadite. And she was she used to fight dudes, bro. She used to fight dudes and beating their ass. Because she's a Gadite. But that's her spirit. But my dad is Judah. He's laid back. He's chill. You can't really make him mad. He relaxed. It take a lot to rouse the lion up. You know, I only see my dad mad like once. You know? So it goes into the characteristics. Right? Keeping it going. 1 Timothy 3:7. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. All right? And to that brother, man, you saying you Levi and all that. Okay, whatever, bro. Don't let it be a stumbling block. All right? Don't get mad at us for saying don't worry about it. It's not really important. Do y'all know that King David is Moses? Moses was Levi, but King David is Judah. So his tribe changed. Yahawah does that. He put the spirit right there. All right? And then Peter is Judah. Okay? So he could change that. Don't get too caught up on what tribe you are. That's not pertaining to salvation. As long as you are Israelite, it's a gate for you. You just got to make sure you're doing what you do to walk through that gate. Verse 8, likewise must the deacons be grave, as we said, deserving of respect. You must be honorable. You must know how to read the room. You must know how to carry yourself with class and standard. Following protocol. Not double-tongued. Don't be double-minded. Not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lucre. Double-tongued also. Don't say one thing and then change it up and say another thing. Okay? Perfect point. Kagama said Judah as King Masha. Yeah, King David is King Masha as well. And as it says in the scriptures, the tents of Judah shall be saved first. So Judah came into the truth first. Elder Abba Bibbins, all right, High Priest Ariah, High Priest Yaquab, and King Masha. They're all Judah. So the elders of our elders was all Judah. But now you look at our elders. Elder Apostle Tahar is Levi. Elder Apostle Gabar is Benjamin. Elder Apostle Ramlab is Ephraim. And Elder Apostle Ricard is Reuben. You understand? So they're not all Judah. But the way that this thing started in 1969 and expanded, they would be Judah. The tents of Judah rose up first. So that aligns to prophecy. And our king was in captivity with us, as it says in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. King Masha was in captivity with us over here. He was brought to America. You understand? So it's all important. Okay? Khan, yep. 2 northern, 2 southern balance. That's actually, I never looked at it like that. But yeah, that's tight. Okay? So keeping it going. Verse 9 again. Holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. Don't be double-tongued. Don't say one thing and then change it up and say another thing. Let your word be bond. Stand on your word. Verse 10, and let these also first be proved, then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless. Because you have the office, you have the authority, you have a position. You are looked at as a leader. And we all are leaders. Going back to what I said with your household, your family, or just simply your body, your temple. That's your first test. Ruling over your body, man. Ruling over your temple. That's your first test, bro. If you can't beat your addictions, then when you get with a woman, you're just going to give her addictions. You're not going to beat the addictions. Y'all not going to grow. Y'all just going to fall. You're just going to be toxic together because you're toxic alone. So it's not necessary for you to get with another woman. Okay? So don't go and bring your baggage to other people. Fix your shit and then set up. You understand? You know? So, man, it's common sense. That Brian's nightmare, man. I see you, man. You keep coming back, bro. You want to get the truth? All you got to do is stay and learn, bro. This is a safe zone. But just don't be running your mouth. Because that's not what you do in the church. You show the church some respect. And this is a church. We are gathered in a place of public for delegation of these scriptures. All right? You know, Jake get butthurt, man. Jake get in their feelings ASAP. You correct them, you rebuke them, you tell them the correct way. Jake like, man, you ain't talking to me. You know, Jake, man, Jake be wanting to fight and shit. Because y'all are extremely emotional. Because the YT man made you that way. All right? Meaning this society, this environment. It's an extremely effeminate spirit. Yes, you know what I'm saying? So this place is extremely effeminate. This place is soft, bro. You be ready to fight off of what somebody say. They didn't touch you. They can say all they want. It's not affecting you. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yahawashi got way worse. Okay? Look, they over here crucifying him, calling him a different name. They over here painting him white. He's getting crucified every single day, constantly, in America, as it says in Revelations, the 11th chapter. Look, hey, that's beautiful, bro. He said, I used to get in my feelings when you rebuked me, but I prayed against the demon. I'm solid now, because you have to gird up thy loins. Right? How y'all think I felt when I got rebuked? Yeah, man, what I do to y'all ain't nothing compared to what I got. It ain't nothing compared to what I got. You understand? Because I got it. I got it a couple times. Boy. Believe that. All right? Keeping it going. Verse 10. And let these also first be proved, then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless. Even so must their wives be grave, not slanderers, sober, faithful in all things. Let the deacons be the husbands of one wife, ruling their children and their own houses well. For they that have used the office of a deacon well purchased to themselves a good degree and great boldness in the faith which is in Hamashiach Yahawashi. These things write I unto thee, hoping to come unto thee shortly. You know, and we're going to end it right there, man. All right. We can talk a little bit. Anybody got any type of questions, throw them up. Okay. Let's see what y'all saying in the comments. Yeah, most of these individuals can't take rebuke, reproof, or correction, and they hate order. And that's showing you in the spirit that they don't want to be a part of this government. They don't want to be a part of this union, a part of the elect. a part of the hopeful elect. They don't want to be a part of it. The government is upon Yahawashi's shoulders, man. All right? I appreciate y'all, man. Brother said, appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the brothers because, shoot, y'all give me precepts. You know, y'all there. We are helping one another grow. This is some lean on me. You know? We leaning on one another. We sharpening each other. We helping one another. We growing off one another. Yeah, we took these cuts. Instead of being offended, we learned and grew. I'm going to tell you once again, you need to get out there on them corners. Atazawan, you know too much, bro. You know, you need to get out there on them corners. I'm going to tell you one more you need to get out there. All right? Don't sit on your talents. The brother Daniela said, forgiveness of my brothers is something I try to live by. You never know what a brother could be going through. Exactly, man. We all are carrying crosses. We all got something on our back. Right? It's just about being considerate. Having consideration for one another. You know? So keep that in mind, man. Okay? And then furthermore, everybody is not mentally strong. You may be mentally strong, bro. You may be able to go through all of this and that, and this and that. I had to sit back and look at that. I had to be like, yo, you know what? But I had to understand, everybody does not have the same type of mind. Everybody hasn't been through what you've been through. So that's where it goes back as saying, being apt to teach. You have to be apt to teach. You have to adjust. You have to be considerate of your brother and what your brother is going through. Your brother is not you. You are not him. Your upbringing, your lifestyle is different from his. Your experiences is different. You understand? So don't try to beat a brother down just because he's not getting it ASAP. We all got different measures of the spirit, man. You know? I can say myself, I got reincarnation the first time I heard it. I got it, I understood it. But another brother may not get it that quick. And that does not mean that that brother is not of the elect. It just means that he may have to learn some more. He may have to grow. He may have to sit with it. He may have to watch a different breakdown. Watch another different breakdown. Okay? He may not get it through you. That may not be your sheep. Send him to the elders. He may get it through the elders. Right? As long as he get it, that's all we care about. Okay? So, hey, man, I don't see no questions. Going once, going twice. I'm going to get up on out of here. Look what the sister said. My 8-year-old Gadite has crazy strength, loves to lift weights, loves to fight. Yep, that's what a Gadite is. That's a warrior tribe. Gad and Benjamin. That's the warrior tribes. So Jamaicans, you know, and Native Americans, those were warrior tribes. So their spirit is like that. Right? That's their characteristics. Okay? So, hey, man. I'm going to get up on out of here, man. Facing the east, giving all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, V'kakwadash. And double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone as always. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. Kwam Yasharahla and Abad Babal. Keep the faith, brothers and sisters. All right, pray everybody having a good Shabbat. Okay? Shabbat Shalawam while we still in it. All right? Shalawam, Shalawam.